Alright, check 1 2, check 1 2. Looks like we're coming in a little hot, so let's go ahead and bring it down. Negative 6.5, negative 6.5. Let's go 7.3. 7.3. All right, we are live. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Don't think really anybody's in just yet, but I'm going to go ahead and just do a little bit of this and a little bit of that while we wait for things to come through. Pull up mobile dashboard so I can get an idea of what everything looks like. And it looks, things look good. Things look good. Let me know how the headpiece, the earpiece is. This is the first time that I'm using the microphone here on the headset. And I'm going to take this. I'm going to copy this link. And then we're going to head on over to Facebook and say, hey, I'm live right now on Twitch. Come hang out while I edit some disc golf coverage. And then we share. And let's go ahead and post that now. Everything's sounding okay. Alright. Now let's head on over to Instagram. We'll put a story up. How's everyone doing? Still waiting on some people. Try to get this post out. And then we'll put a link. With a watch here. Just put that right smack dab in the middle. Alright, so I'm wondering, now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't do any of the level tests for the editing program. So let me jump right in. Looks like we got 2 people watching. I also believe I'm one of them. So hello to the other lone individual. Let's see if we switch over to the video editing. So before we get started, I'll kind of go over. I'm Derek. president and co-founder of Gatekeeper Media, and we got some bonus coverage here. I did an extra round of coverage at the Syracuse Open where I was able to cover FPO final round with just one camera, but I'm going to be editing that coverage tonight, and I'm going to be hanging out in the live until it's done. So hopefully that's entertaining for everybody. And I'm going to jump right in. So thanks for watching, and we're going to head on over to Adobe. And let's see how she looks. All right, so I took over this side here, so it's going to be my image. And you can watch me. It's not going to be the clip preview that you'll see. There's these clips here. I don't need to do those anymore or need to kind of mess with those anymore because I laid all the clips out via time code onto my timeline. And by doing so, that kind of just allows me to go through one thread and just play, chop, scrub, chop, so forth. So we also take a look up here. I got a little goal here for, I'd love to hit 10 followers. I know that seems super low, but again, this is like a very new avenue for me. I haven't done a lot of Twitch streaming on this channel, so I'm looking forward to that. We're going to just jump in. Let me see if... Let's see. So now I'm wondering if my computer is even good enough to do this, because it might not be. Like, as of right now, I'm not getting any playback. Sick. Yeah. Cool. Interesting. Oh, all right. It took a minute, but I think we're good. So now you'll have to tell me if you can hear it. It looks like you can. Okay. Oh. All right, so let's just jump right in. I'm going to have my chat off to the side here. I'm just going to kind of talk through things, live commentate. But I think this course is Van Buren. Which I actually had to ask because for those who know about Seinfeld, the Van Buren boys, we are in upstate New York for this event. So we let it hang, cut, then we quick cut there. For C for the blade tool, go back to the select tool with V. And essentially we're just going to kind of watch through this, make the cuts wherever it kind of feels right. I also kind of maybe need to bring that out a little bit more. But yeah, you can kind of get an idea of exactly what it's like putting together coverage. Again, this is only one camera. Good rip on that one. Coming up on this hillside here, so not quite far enough to be having to deal with uneven footing, which is pretty nice. Just to pitch up and over that hillside. We were a little worried about the weather today. As you can see, it's slightly overcast.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, turned over for days. Heading right over to the playground. So there wasn't really a natural cutting space. I didn't really hold long enough, and this player did happen to play a little quicker.
I get to practice my really long up shots.
Sometimes we try to edit on kind of the audio cue as well.
I get to practice my really long up shots.
So unfortunately, that was just like I didn't hold long enough I held long enough for the shot, but not for the vocal cue. So like while we're filming, we're not always thinking about that. And we want to try to get that filled in as much as possible in the editing. Being one camera also makes it tough because you kind of have to stay in the middle of the fairway in hopes that you can kind of zoom in and capture everyone. As you can tell, let's see. Sometimes I like to punch in super close as a camera operator and then start kind of using the zoom to kind of fill space. And then you just slowly zoom out as they do their prep work. So it gives you kind of a close-up view while then also being able to work in kind of a sense of the space. Let's take a look here. So yeah, goal of 10 followers, currently at 5. So nice little double down would be pretty nice. This player, by the time we do commentary, I'll make sure to have the research on these players and things done. Ooh. But yeah, she plays pretty quick, and quite honestly, I appreciate quick play. It's like, because these rounds could really be pretty long, you know, depending on the course. Stopped up a little early from the pine. I'm also not really anticipating doing commentary during this editing session, because obviously it's not really the venue for that. That was a good bid. Slightly outside the circle. I liked that little slow zoom in. So I'm going to kind of start that on movement to kind of help carry the shot through. That's going to help a lot. Kind of stop right when I think that they're about to go. Kept it wide enough so that all I had to do is swing a little to the right to open that frame up to be able to show the location of the landing. And so this actually is something that I really like to see, so I'm actually going to remove that cut. Typically when you're on the green, you kind of want to operate these all in one solid motion, so you'll see that I kind of kept a stable hand there, let the next player come into frame because of my awareness to the green, kind of knowing where some of the lies are, and orchestrating my shot movement based off of you know, how people are navigating themselves through the green. These should all be pretty textbook cleanups. And stop. 1, 2, 3. Alright, and then we like to leave a gap in between the different holes, just so that we know where to put the drone layout, because this is just baseline editing. Basically, it's a lot of like fast forward, rewind, cut, 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 cut. Yeah, this is a tough hole for one camera, so really just like the knowledge of the game is important because of like the type of play, right? Like, so like knowing that this is just a big hyzer shot to the right of that, knowing the disc is going to just keep going to the left, and anticipating the distance and kind of overall landing zone of the shot. So we weren't able to get the whole flight, but we saw where it started and good idea of where it ended. This stream is also not going to be like the textbook informative, like, hey, this is how you edit coverage or anything like that. This is kind of, this is my personal page, obviously, and I think it's really just more of like a look into the mind and process of how I go through and do these things. So if anybody has any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'm not necessarily going to be going over all the in-depth, because I'm going to be honest with you, I'll probably, even if that were my intention, I probably would only do it like 60% of the time, just because I would get wrapped up in the coverage. Or I would say the big thing that I really like to focus on in the editing, though, is like the timing and the pace. I really appreciate when things just have like a nice flow to them. Try to really avoid any type of like jarring like jump cuts or anything like that. I think that was a great height. Yeah, that was tough. I kind of held pretty straight. But big shout out to the Syracuse bunch. Everyone who was involved in the event just absolutely kills it. Ooh. Yeah, and fun fact is, I think I got like, I don't know, like a stomach bug or something, but I felt so sick. On that Saturday. So I like got sick in the middle of the night on that Friday and filmed 2 rounds of the men's coverage on that Saturday. And so probably only getting a few hours of sleep. I would imagine pretty dehydrated. So that was a little rough. I was supposed to have 2 camera people for this project, but I got a text that Thursday morning, maybe it was that Friday morning, saying that the catch cam got COVID. So that was not ideal. But we were out here and shot the event solo up until the last round, where I actually had to head home early. And I had another contractor fill in for that final round. That was always the intention for that final day, but then I woke up a little early and provided this bonus coverage. So I appreciate everybody who has been patient and waiting for this. We haven't exactly figured out who is going to be doing commentary entirely. I think that there's a good chance that I will be one of the commentators. And I'd like to get an FPO player on board. Not necessarily someone who played the event, but someone who is knowledgeable of, competitive FPO from like an actual competitor's standpoint. So yeah, this is basically all of what editing coverage is, which is not glamorous. Just a lot of real-time watching the footage that you got.
Yes, that way. Star par.
Alright. And something that I'm kind of like a freak about is I really try to save, like manually save after finishing every hole. So at worst case scenario, I only lose a hole's worth of work. That is absolutely something that we've learned over the years. Overall, I'm pretty happy with single camera at this course. Obviously, there's some corners and things that aren't ideal. But I think that you can get a sense of the pace of play and just the overall feeling. I think it nails it pretty good.
There's a lot of room over there.
Dang, that didn't come back at all. I also love when I hit stop and cut it right where my internal clock while filming like stopped it. It just kind of validates I don't know, my cameraman's intuition and geez, I've been doing video production stuff for just about 20 years now. And a lot of these processes are pretty second nature where I even have a hard time explaining them because it's just like autopilot at this point. So sometimes, doing this live stream is honestly kind of good for that, just because, I don't know, it's just like real-time thinking out loud.
Yeah, that'll work there. That's alright. At least if you lose your phone, hopefully it's like handwritten.
Sometimes I just kind of like quick fast forward through some stuff. So that's actually an example of what I was mentioning about on hole 1, is to get a sense of kind of their positioning. I'll start much closer then you get an idea. It's like, well, wow, that's pretty wooded in there, you know. And I always try really hard to like be ready and fully wide open while they're about to shoot, just so I don't miss it or have to like quick pan. But so this particular instance, I'm probably going to cut that close-up stuff because it just took way too long. I honestly just don't, that one didn't time out right. Sometimes, I mean, naturally speaking, I had mentioned that this player in particular was a pretty quick player. So I kind of anticipated that.
You are out.
Love those long legs.
And she ended up, I mean, it was kind of a mess in there, right? So she had to take a little bit more time. Not really being familiar with these players, I can kind of only go off of like my best judgment. Alright, so this one might have to work out, otherwise we won't really know where she is. So let's see.
Got it.
I already like the pace a lot better. So what's nice is if it works out, I might be...
Heads up. Okay. Yeah, you're out.
Okay. Nope. Thought maybe I'd pan over to the basket, but I didn't. Alright, that is functional. Totally functional. A little deep there. You'll also notice that there's a lot of adjustment where I'm not starting and stopping the recording. We've learned over the years that that's a really easy way to get mixed up, where you could invert those actions, where you press record and it stops recording, so you miss the action. So in these particular instances, it's better to just kind of group all your drives into one clip, all your approaches into one clip.
Woo!
Hell yeah, I forgot all about this.
Do you want me to go or do you want to look for it first?
Oh yeah, you can go ahead.
That was a good ass putt. Man, we need to watch that again. Hell yeah. Sick putt.
Great putt. Do you want me to go or do you want to look for it first?
Oh yeah,
Alright,
you can
so
go
let's
ahead.
get the pacing here. I think probably when she grabs the disc out of the basket, and then we can probably just cut right to the next putt. I didn't call my location well enough here, so I kind of cut off the basket on the left. So if I do what I think I'm going to do, it's going to be subtle, little pan, metal hit, good bid. Ooh, yeah, that's a rough spot to be in. Probably want to step it back just a touch, even though that's a little more leader than I would like. I think we need the extra time to kind of find the player in screen. Yeah, I think that that's probably good enough. Sometimes if you're not quite near the lie, like as the camera person, it's hard to tell exactly where it is. So like your first position might, you might think is great and perfect, and then boom, a tree is blocking the player's face or their hand or something. So that's the worst sound in disc golf.
Dry. That was tough in there.
Really good.
So can I have this be one take? I think I can. Yep, I can. I hear a little chatter.
It's not an advantage to these all situations. Yeah.
Alright. Save. Save again, because I'm a maniac about it. Got a Minnie Mouse on the card. Top of the box, it's hole 1. Alright, and we're on hole 4. We're kind of moving and grooving here. Single camera most certainly.
That's my game plan. A little longer than
Yeah, that's there was no. Maybe there's a cut. Sometimes it just makes more sense to let it play even with the jerky movement, because even that was pretty clean. I know that this player is probably not going to take a really long time. Conditions are a little damp, so it might play into a little bit slower, but yeah, see, like, that's plenty of time to kind of have. I wouldn't consider that a ton of dead space. I'm definitely cutting from there, though, because it was stable enough. We saw it. We want to trim. We want to trim the coverage as best as possible, like as most as possible. But every once in a while, it's nice to kind of let something linger, because I think having like a change of pace in the content is good.
Ooh, good stop.
There might be. There might be people that, you know, can give you reasons as to why you should just kind of hammer out and keep the quick pace the whole time. And I just think, generally speaking, from like a filmmaking standpoint, it's just something that I don't think I can really let go of. Wow.
Don't love it, skip. I remember thinking it'd be shorter on this. If you remember it. Don't love it, skip. I remember thinking it'd be.
Alright, let's see.
It's just if that one tree was there. Which one?
God damn it.
No worries.
A little bit of
This
worries.
is such a bad spot. I'm glad I get to show you guys how to do it.
I don't know if there's a good spot here.
Annoying.
Up there.
It's like, yeah, the card mates aren't annoyed, but like that was over 30 seconds and everyone knows it. Look at how much time. So wait, let's see. 18, 23, 19. Oh wait. Let's see. Looks like a minute to me, folks. Looks like a fucking whole minute to me.
Up there.
In the basket sounds like I don't know.
Alright, let's just keep it moving. This hole kind of reminds me of like something you'd see in the Shire or something. I don't know. I'm a big fan of this hole.
Where's your spot?
I'd say that this one was awfully close to 30 seconds.
That's what
it's 30, almost 36 seconds. So that's over 2.
That's what I think of you.
I also do kind of blame maybe Caddy on that one. Because I think Caddy should be keeping track of time.
I think it's still you.
It's kind of like the point. Again, like, there's so few people that will call time, so, like, honestly, I mean, who am I kidding? Like, if no one's gonna call you on it, you might as well just fucking do it, right? But, like, everyone who does it knows that they're doing it, right?
You gotta do your pop.
Oh, shit. I'd say this is probably an exception in terms of, like, how long. Just because, like, you have to be able to get in there, right? Like, we saw she fell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice
Sick.
shot.
It's a good shot. All right.
Go in.
Dang.
What a shot.
Yeah, what a bid.
Line up.
Go in. Oh! What a shot.
Good to cut it right on what a
Line
shot.
up.
That's a really good layup. I think correct. You don't need to better in the basket.
I know.
Kind of faked me out a little bit. I thought that was going to be when she was shooting, but... Oh, no. Oh, jeez.
Okay.
We're going to stop it right on that dog bark. That was a quick play. See, but that's another reason why you don't stop and start as well, right? Like, I wasn't even, like, fully placed. Had I not been already recording, I probably would have missed the beginning of that. Now, we do kind of program our cameras to have like a 1 to 4 second record on the front and back of when you hit record, just in case. But again, still, like, hitting that button is, you know, that takes up time too. This is the calming part of the evening. We got ourselves a nice babbling brook. We'll let this one kind of long play a little bit. Because I remember this, I feel bad because I forgot she didn't make this and I stopped recording. See, it's like just out of my view from there. And I forgot that she hadn't tapped in yet, so I do believe that I miss her official tap-in. Oh boy. Good thing for that band. Yeah, I think we'd be able to kind of... No. Yeah, and see, you still can't see the one disc. And so I'm missing one tap out, unfortunately. That might honestly only be the only shot that I missed in this whole thing.
Oh.
Well, we're moving and grooving. We're on hole 5, folks. Yep, hole 5.
Yeah, that looks great. Yeah, buddy. That is the
Oh,
ideal
wow.
landing spot. I loved it.
Honestly, couldn't really been
Yeah,
much
that
better.
looks great. Yeah, buddy. That is the ideal landing spot. I loved it. The left. That is the ideal landing spot. I loved it.
All right. So what do we think of the process so far, folks?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great
just
shot.
over the crest there, too. I like it. I see flags there, too. I guess there's OB on that earlier part. I don't remember.
In the bush.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
buddy.
We'll just close this gap a little bit.
It's in the water.
Splash. Yes, it's in the water. We all saw it. We heard it. It is not dry. Not ideal there, I'll tell you that. Alright, let's see.
Oh my god.
Shank.
Through the basket, you see. If only the basket was still there.
What a shank. So for anybody who's just tuning in, we are editing the FPO final round lead card of the 2024 Syracuse Open. It's been a A-tier in New York for a couple of years now. 2? No, maybe this was the first year? First or second, I believe. No, wait, maybe this was a B tier. I feel like it would. Man, a lot of events just kind of mold together. Wait, will my shirt say it? The shirt is sick. I just don't. Man, my brain's just not working today, folks. Yeah, that was a solid up. Alright, so this is probably going to be where I'm going to need to do this close up to wide angle. And probably going to need to do a crossfade between them as well. But you punch in, establish contact with the subject. Zoom out slow enough to where you can kind of still keep an eye on where they are. And then I'm going to cut from there. To there. Video, transitions, dissolve. Do a quick little cross dissolve there, just to show the passage of time. Did not make it through, unfortunately. A little tough. We're gonna let this. We got no eyes on her in there, so we might need to crossfade again. Now we'll just shoot through. I think we're gonna need to use the audio. Just for the sake of kind of knowing more about it. Because obviously that's going to be the prime example of when two cameras are ideal.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
Great.
This is kind of overtime too, it looks like.
So good. Oh yeah, good shot.
Probably. Yeah, I get up and move.
Got a little hot going through that forest. That was is there fourth one? I'm doing a little. I think I'm going in. No. Did someone get it in? I was paying attention. Yeah, okay. Let me get it. Just
That's a lot of lollygagging there.
She just has that nice, easy sweep.
And for those of you who are watching that watch Gatekeeper coverage regularly, you'll notice that a lot of the stuff that we've been doing from last year's Pro Tour, we're kind of really chopping it, making it quick, like the greens, like we're cutting out tap-ins. So anything like 15 or in, gone. And
Can't tell at what angle the basket is.
Oh wait, left side's OB.
So,
I should line. Okay.
yeah, there's this OB,
Right side OB too.
and then the basket is, so you see, yeah, so in between, like, kind of this much and actually a little bit this way.
OB, take it line. Sorry, left is not OB. Only right.
Okay, thank you. Oh, I like that.
Great. Nice shot.
Thank you.
should be able to.
That'll
Oh
work.
no, my cat is going to come down here and bother me here in a minute.
That'll work.
Oop, little cut roll there. Hello, Helene Beanie. Alright, wait, we gotta take a break for a second. Come here. Come here. Look at everybody. Say hello. 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 Dude, why are you soaking wet? Are you out there? Were you up there playing in the water? Really? What's the matter? You don't like? All right. All right. All right. I thought you came down here to hang, but I guess you didn't. All right, back to work. It's probably going to bother me still. Probably going to hear him meowing. Holly has definitely made an appearance in a lot of my videos. He is kind of an attention whore. That shot had some legs. Gotta love the TSA shirt here. Hell yeah.
I think you'll be alright.
Might be.
Did I save? I think I did, but you can never save too many times. It's really fucking important. Really only takes one time to lose an important project where you're just like, you're losing hours and hours and hours of work. Because I'd also recommend that anytime that you leave and come back, like you get up from the project and kind of come back to work on it, you should always save as, so that if anything happens, you're getting different project files, so that if one gets corrupted, you have another to go off of. That one's tough to see. We're just going to kind of have to wing that one. All right, lay down, buddy.
It's readable from this side too.
Ouch, ouch, dude. Dude, your claws are too sharp. If I don't pet him fast enough, he starts to grab at my hand, and it's not aggressive at all. It's just he's trying to literally pull my hand over to him, and he doesn't realize he's just a little baby. He's not a baby. He's fucking 4 years old. Going on 5. The thing is, I bet you if I pick him up, he'll cry again like before. If he's still around, I'm going to pick him up again after I finish editing this hole. His name's Holly, short for jalapeno. Because when we got him, we found him he was a gutter cat. He's a Philadelphia trash cat. And he was very spicy. His brother Yoda, from the same litter, we got both of them out of the vacant property next to the house. Literally during the COVID shutdown. The cat distribution system kind of hooked us up right when that was probably when I was getting pretty bad. Like, I'm a very social person. So that time period where we weren't allowed to leave or do literally anything was hard for me. Not socializing anymore was tough. But we are past that. And I also think that if that kind of thing ever happens again, I'm more well equipped to kind of be able to divert my energy into things. Dude, chill out. I'm literally petting you. You don't need to be pet. Dude, you're getting a little aggressive. And now he's stuck to my fucking shirt. Come on. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. probably also think that the playback on this is pretty bad looking. I have it set to quarter resolution. Just in terms of, like, I don't need to see the playback in its full res to edit. And just it really saves the processing, like, tax it requires of the computer. Especially because I'm doing a stream too, so, like, alright, through 6 holes. Helene Bean, you're gonna say hello. You're gonna say hello. Come on. Come on. Come on. I know you don't like it. You don't like it. Okay. 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 Boy, he's pitching a fit. Now watch, if I don't do anything, he's gonna try to, like, jump up here. Oh, alright, he's settling down. He laid down. Good boy. He's probably bigger than some of your dogs. Probably wouldn't be. He's a big boy. He probably weighs like 20 pounds. Very stocky orange cat. Yeah, this is riveting. I'm just entertaining myself in this stream. I think I'm the only one in here. But that's okay. It's still kind of new. I had to do the editing anyway. I meant to do it probably a week and a half ago. Some things came up and I just couldn't get it together. So sitting here on a Thursday. But yeah, this is bonus coverage, so in our eyes, as long as it goes out before the event happens again, it's relevant. This was also not coverage that anyone was really expecting.
What am I doing? Like, oh, there's no. Yeah, that's my favorite part of it.
Sometimes I like to use the smaller window and just scrub that clip until where I think I want it to start. Then this way I can close the gap on the timeline and it's just already where I want it to be. Let's see. Dang, it looks like she makes this one. Hell yeah.
Great job.
Right as the sun comes out.
You made the song come out.
Did she take the box with that one?
Great.
I will say that everyone on this card is like very nice to one another, which is really nice to see and way more common. The card mates are more uplifting to one another in the FPO side of things. I'm not to say it doesn't happen with the MPO stuff, because that wouldn't be true.
Oh, we're going that way.
Wow, that
Perfect.
could have been so bad. Oof.
Perfect.
But yeah, it's just like far more common amongst the FPO players to just be like very vocal about each other's successes, which I think it's kind of nice. It's refreshing. Cat hair on my keyboard. Oh. If only I had just a touch more turn.
You were gonna go forehand.
Weird angle. It's not straight enough. Nice shot.
Oh, it kept going too. Nice. Geez, I totally forget about all of this coverage. Some things here and there, but yeah, if you're just tuning in, this is the 2024 Syracuse Open final round FPO. Single camera bonus coverage, so our plan is to get this out within a week or so. I should have this finished tonight. And I'm planning on basically live streaming until it's done, which I'm already a third of the way through. I'm going at kind of a pretty slow pace, if I'm being honest. Just kind of one hand editing here a little bit, like not using. It is nice to use a mouse and instead of the trackpad, because then you can kind of just keep one hand on the keyboard for the shortcuts, and then it's not like click and drag, click and drag. You can just kind of move wherever. I'm talking to you guys like you don't know how the fuck a computer mouse works, but as you can imagine, it's much quicker to edit with a mouse. We're also getting into the tighter part of the course. I think you can kind of tell. I think this is hole 7. First time using this headset as an audio source for streaming as well, so quite honestly, from like a convenience standpoint, the headset kind of rocks. I don't have to worry about like the microphone.
Yeah,
Like you
that's
can
so
see
true.
the
Like,
mic here that we
you
use,
teach
um, which, I mean, you can't go wrong with the sound quality of that mic. Um, it's just sometimes it's kind of a pain in the ass to worry about, right? Where if I can get a headset that sounds really good, I don't have to worry about packing the bass. I don't have to worry about cables. It's kind of all just plug and play. So I'm looking forward to watching this back. Um,
Oh no!
that does suck. Didn't want to turn. I hate when that happens. It's like, and I'm a backhand like turnover player. Like that's like one of the what I consider one of my strongest shots in my arsenal. And every once in a while, it's just like,
Oh
man,
no!
it did not stay flipped over the way that I really thought that was going to be. And I'm always super disappointed because that's like literally my game. So it's like when your best trick in the bag doesn't connect or work, it's just like, fuck, man.
Oh no.
The chat is looking real
Wanna be in that
stale,
line?
as in not one fucking person. I am recording these videos, so
Just want to be in that line with you guys.
I'm probably going to break it up into doing front nine, back nine.
Oh, my body's ache. I gotta say, none of my
Just for sake of space and workability of the clip. Maybe, since literally no one's fucking watching this here, maybe I'll put half of it on the Patreon, and half of it, I don't know, on my personal. So maybe this front nine will go on my personal channel, and the back nine will go on the Gatekeeper Patreon. Yeah, I like that. I think that might be what we do. Because we're pretty close. We only got 2 more holes here after this. Alright. Oh, shit. That was 8. Hell yeah. We're one ahead, folks. Alright, final hole here on the front nine. Still in the woods. Thanks for watching here on the Derek Skull channel. What a shot.
Very nice.
Back nine is going to be on the Gatekeeper Patreon. So if you want to help support us, I think exclusive content starts at just $5 a month. Who knows? Maybe I'll throw it into the Discord as well. Which, you know what? Maybe we do more of these and we just hang out in the Discord. What do you think? Whoa. That was not exactly what I wanted. Yeah. Every once in a while, like, you know, no matter how much you do this, well, for me anyway, I guess maybe I'm just getting old, but no matter how much you want to be like super smooth all the time, sometimes you just get like a muscle spasm, and just spaz out.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, wow. What a shot.
Shot.
Also, this working at a desk shit just sucks. Like, just fucking sucks. I spent a good amount of years. Well, actually, not really. I worked on the business team within like business development for Apple on like Fortune 500 and like enterprise level um, customers. I did that for like a year and a half before I left the company entirely to start Gatekeeper. And that was really the last time that I had like a quote-unquote desk job. However, I will say that the amount of hours spent hunched over a computer to do the editing over these years, it decreased a ton over the last few years, just because, quite honestly, like, it is not my strongest suit. So I think that my talents lie elsewhere. And so for me to dedicate time to something that there are other people who are more efficient at it than I am, it just doesn't make sense to have me on it. However, things are a little tight, and we all kind of have to pitch in a little bit more now. And that's just kind of the way she goes. Funny thing is that, like, I would say Chris is one of the stronger editors that I know in terms of like this style of cutting and things like that. And he knows his way around After Effects and Premiere and everything. But I taught him how to edit back in college. We were using Final Cut. I think I taught him on Final Cut 7. Which, that's a really good trivia question. Which program did I teach Chris how to edit on? And the answer is Final Cut 7. Now, that's going to be such a deep cut if you get that trivia question. And if you know it without watching this, that's super fucking impressive. And we save. Alright, coming back over to the full screen. There we have it, folks. That is the conclusion of the front 9 here on my Twitch channel. This is going to air on the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel. And then the back 9 is going to be exclusive to Patreon. So if you're watching it in the live stream now, you'll see the back 9. So stick around. I'm not even ending the stream. I'm just going to jump back into it. But if you missed it live and want to see the back 9, make sure to support Gatekeeper Media on Patreon. And then I'm going to try to make it where if you're a Patreon supporter, you can get it. So I might just post the video in the Discord. I might make it unlisted and put it in there. So we'll see. But thanks for tuning in, and we will see you over at the Gatekeeper Media Patreon. All right, so that was for the YouTube edit, folks. We're still in it. We're still here in the mix. I'm going to take a quick break just to kind of not stare at the screen. I'm starting to kind of like squint because my eyes are getting tired. But I would say we started about an hour ago. about an hour and 20 minutes ago. So yeah, I'm definitely kind of on the slower pace of things. But that's okay. Also, pardon the mess of what's in here. So uh, I'm in the process of getting ready to get rid of a lot of things because my wife and I are moving. And I don't want to have to pack up all this shit. So I'm kind of in the process. I started eBaying a lot, so you can see my eBay store in the link to all my personal YouTube videos. That's just Derek Skull on YouTube. You'll see my animated face as the photo. So a lot of the stuff that you're seeing, like junk-wise, that's just kind of floating around, like all that shit's for sale. I got stuff like stacked up super high here. I got, actually, this is kind of new. I've reorganized the desk area because I kind of think that this is cool to show off and kind of have like a set piece. So I have some areas here where I can decorate a little bit. The lighting seems to be working okay. If I told you what it was, like it's not an official like lighting kit by any means. It's a fucking like dish, like a one of those tin dish lights that you get at Home Depot or some shit. So yeah, that's oh, let's hit stop record.